Aloha mai kākou, makahi a pau. How are you folks doing tonight? Nice to see your faces, Hawaiian and non-Hawaiian faces. I see a couple there. Some kia'i, I think we can consider you of the Mauna. My name is Kamahana, and I see a lot of familiar faces, so aloha again to you folks. And the unfamiliar faces, I think there's very few, but aloha to you folks as well. I'm from Waimea, Hawaii Island. And Brother Mana, it's nice to see you, bro. I've never seen you in a long time. Oh, boy, I think we're getting old, even though they say we're still young. I think we're born into this kind of situation. I don't think we wake up one day and decide that, oh my goodness, we're occupied. I don't think we wake up one day and decide, oh my gosh, we gotta stop them on the Mauna. I think we were, at least, I know I can speak for myself. When I say we're born into this, you know, we're born into this kuleana of having to defend not just our sacred areas like Mauna Kea, but to defend our civil rights as a people. And I think even from the Ku'i petition times in 1897, 1898, when they founded Hui Aloha Aina, there are two objects in their Hui Constitution that founded the Hui Aloha Aina. Was one, to seek political autonomy. But number two is what is very profound to me. Number two is seeking the upholding of the civil rights of all Hawaii citizens of the Lahui. And I think we're still looking for both objects to be fulfilled today. The Mauna, I've always known in my heart, was everything. That means jurisdiction. That means iwi kukuna. That means the question of sovereignty. Is it a question? Not to me. That means environmentalists can jump in, because what we're talking about is a violation of a conservation district. We're talking about a violation of human rights as far as our right to independence, our right to have our land deeds recognized. If Hawaii revised statutes take precedence from kingdom law, then how can they not uphold the clear, perfect title that our people have as a government to these lands of Humula and Kaohe, which is the two, I don't know if the word is aupoa, I believe it is aupoa, which is the two aupoa that meet on the Mauna. At one time, it divided in the middle between Humula towards Mauna side, the south side, I guess, Hema, and Kaohe to the north side. Now I understand Kaohe encompasses the entire summit and over. And it is no coincidence, in my view of Hawaiian spirituality, that we have Kaohe homesteads being overrun earlier by Tutupele, and we have us on the Mauna, Mamaka our spiritual guides, yeah? The spiritual warriors, different from Nakua. That's why our sister Hina back there, when she has brought us her mele. Mele has been a driving force uniting our people even today. So when Hina brought her mele and brought her kiki, well, they brought themselves, and they're not kiki anymore, but they brought their mele with her, and it says, Kuha'ahel, to stand proud, yeah? My dear Hawaii, e ku'u Hawaii, Mamaka spiritual warriors, o ka'aina, yeah? O ku'u aina. My beloved Aina. A new day has risen for the next generation, and that's what we see with Brother Lanakila back there and Brother OHA. And I think we're still part of the same generation. I'm not sure how long that lasts, but we have Andre folks. It's kind of like, you know, still part of that. And I like to think of myself as within the 30 years of that generation. So what we have going on here, I think is unprecedented in my lifetime, being born in 1977, having the aftermath of Kaho'olawe, you know, all those, and they're still here, aloha, auntie, I see you over there. But being born in an aftermath, you're born into this consciousness, yeah? And then to see it ebb and tide, and what we see now is a peak. What I decided, when I realized the Mauna is going down on the Mauna, is that, the voice of my people from Waimea, the intergeneral teachings that we know of from Mauna needed to be represented and needed to be at the table. So out of pure aloha, I decided to not step on anybody's toes, even though that's not what happened, and form a hui that we call the sacred Mauna Kea hui. We have been blessed because we have gotten support from what I call the silenced majority of our Hawaiian people. That means that they're unable to come out and feel safe to talk about the jurisdiction of Mauna Kea, to talk about how they feel. So I think part of my kuleana and the kuleana of the group, Sacred Hui, which by the way, if you just show up, you're part of the group, was to nurture this idea of a safe place to come out and speak. So now you look around, and this is a collective work of not just what we do, but what everybody, what Mana has been doing, what Sacred Mauna Kea Hui, which is us, has been doing, what Mauna Kea Ohana has been doing, and we all want big Ohana. So I'm very happy that Lanakila folks and OHA gave us the honor of once again helping to facilitate their needs, which this time was to come to Oahu and motivate our people. So there seems to be plenty of confusion from people outside looking in and saying, oh, there are all these different kind of groups. But you know what? Well, what's the difference between us and every other country in the world when you're outside looking in? We're not allowed to have diversity. To me, the diversity of the people shows a sign of the intelligence of a people. So I commend everybody for stepping forward, wherever they may have stepped. Might be right outside of your house, you might have put a sign, but we know that now there's a safe place to bring this out in the public. For the people that still feel shackled because they work for OHA, or they work for the DLNR, or they work for the military, or they work for the University of Hawaii, I know personally, because of our GoFundMe and their anonymous messages, that they really appreciate being able to speak, even if it's in that capacity, anonymously, and put their money where their heart is, and that is in maintaining the sacredness of our Mauna, the firstborn. Why is the Mauna sacred? I never learned this in a classroom. I never learned this from a book. I learned this from my generational teachings from my tutu, Papa Sam, Kamuela, Kealoha, born 1901. He would take his ko'okupu up to the Mauna, and as kids, we weren't allowed to go up there. We were taught that the pu'u at the top, the piko, they used to call them the piko kaulana o ka'aina, the famous summit of all the land. Take his ko'okupu up there, we weren't allowed to go because you're only allowed to enter the summit, the sacred summit, the home of the gods and goddesses, for special reasons, yeah? Not just for the holo holo and small board, yeah? You would access that area for spiritual reasons or to get everything is spiritual in the Hawaiian world. Our religion is not secular. Nature is God. Every manifestation of nature has a human characteristic that we assign to it, and we call it God, right? So Christian or non-Christian, I think we can all agree that God factor is everything and everywhere. So that certain sacredness that we hold the Mauna, my Ohana, and many others too, has to do with not entering the area, no human imprint. Just the fact that we gotta be there all the time now kind of makes me feel that we gotta put aside our what we know of as a part of our spiritual beliefs to protect the Mauna. It's very ironic. So I just want to put that out there in you guys' mind, that when we're up there on the Mauna, this is the kind of things we're thinking about. The boys in the front line, the girls in the front line, they need all of our support. And I think no matter how much confusion it causes, the confusion is not real. What is real is our diversity equals our intelligence. We have all these different groups out there trying to help. And my thing was to get that help to the front line, make sure they have shelter. We know they get food, they get plenty food, they get plenty water. Make sure that if they need generators or whatever they need, that they get what they need. Because I think that's our kuleana. That piko means piko for all of us. I know some people on Oahu, because I've heard you guys talk, yeah? I live not a kuleana. So I was born over here. I was raised over there in Hawaiian. But I hear people say, well, I don't want to get involved because, you know, I don't really know if that's my kuleana. When we say, and I can tell you this, as an intergenerational cultural practitioner of the Mauna, that when we say that's our people, that's all of our people. Where is the only heiau existing today to Poliahu? Where is it? Nobody knows. The only heiau that exists to Poliahu, anybody know? It's on Kauai. What does that tell us, yeah? The Mauna, Rahale, the people, Kukahaula, the summit is our home. But the only heiau we know living today, around today, it's called Poliahu, and it's on Kauai. That tells me, and that should tell you, that the Mauna is all of our kuleana, the whole Hawaiian, from Hawaii to Kauai. That's your people. And I just want to offer that out. And you don't expect this kind of spiritual, the Mauna talks to you, I'm not gonna lie, the Mauna talks to me. The Mauna don't talk in words, but push on my ma'au. And I just want to share a mele that came from that interaction, that spiritual interaction with the Mauna. And it's in Olelo Hawaii, it says, "Ohea wale oea e Poliahu, kawahine no hoa nuika, ike kuahiwi. Ho ike maia na I kona lani, ke kapahua kea I ka mamani." It was revealing her beauty as the kapa that covers the mamani forest at one time that we had there. Puni ia ke ala me ke ona ai hoa pili mau no ku aloha. Aloha ko leo I ka pane mai, e ka uali ili ia nui nui. So when I see that a nui nui, to me, that's the voice of Poliahu. She's speaking to us, yeah? For our gracious, charitable donors. And let me tell you, real quick, the princess come out on the call. I call her Princess because I know her as Princess, and I respect anybody who wants to call her whatever they want to call her. But she had turned around and after much research, I had 2 big books about my profile. She knows exactly where I came from and how I did, who I am, and what I have to overcome and get over myself to do what I'm doing. And it was with honor that we received that money to be able to disperse it. So the 25K came to our group and we blessed and we so lucky. I told her, I said, thank you so much for your charity and your aloha. And you know what she told me? It's not aloha and it's not charity. She told me it's my kuleana. I just want to leave you folks with that. Aloha.